fucking typical, I don't know what to do. I'm on the scotch if I'm feeling kind of woo. Think you're scary, but I don't know what to do. Got a boo, got a boo, coo, 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 hey!
Happy Halloween, everybody. Welcome to the lot. We're here for the final lot of the fall tour. It's been a pretty banging fall tour, I would say. This one has been badass so far, and I feel like last night that trajectory kept up and maintained, and I'm excited to see what we get tonight. What's up, guys?
What up?
What's up? What's up, fellas? Amazing show. Again, got back to the theme. You know, you thought maybe after a show without a theme, you know, maybe the themes are dead, but man, right back to themes.
Maybe that was the theme. The theme was no theme.
Whoa.
It's very meta right
Or
now.
was the name theme, and Wooks just have really dumb names for people like Axela and...
It's true. Or hydrogen also. I was thinking if I have another child, I might name it hydrogen. So I don't know. It's just like, because I really enjoy that.
Nice.
Sure. So last night was a big theme and a very successful theme, going right into their animal theme with the dogs. And I think, I mean, maybe it's because we were talking about it on the show, or I've seen like so many threads about it, but I think as soon as they come out with the dogs, you know that's the theme, right? Is either dogs or animals, because they never, that's like a bust out. Like they never jam that out, I feel like, or at least it's the one of the lower ones out of Thrilling Chilling. So you knew you were in for a, you know, crazy theme show as soon as they come in with that. What do you guys make of the dogs?
A lot of messages as soon as the dogs started playing. Because I had said, like, before the beginning of the run, I think it was Thursday morning, I put out a tweet, like, what if they do, like, an...
Hakuna Matata. Sorry, I'm trigger happy. I meant to wait.
It's like, what if they do an all-dogs fucking thing? And so that had me all pumped up, like, right off the rip. I was like, yes, let's do this.
Yeah, that turned into an amazing thread where everybody was like, you know, kind of contributing their thoughts on what a dog set would be. And I thought you did a really cool thing where you said, okay, you took everybody's, you know, suggestions and made it into a set list. And
right.
like, yeah. And so it was like, oh man, this is actually happening. You know, we got Wody as or Waddy, as some people say Waddy.
So weird that Kev's not here. He's been
yeah, exactly. Let's call him Waddy for Kev. You know, we'll pull one out for Kev.
Can I just be Wody for a night since he's not here? For Christ's sake.
Yeah. I'll allow it.
But that was cool. That was cool. And then in some ways, you're right, Tim. I think, you know, kind of that was just such a rare, like, I doubt it's ever opened. Is it open? You know, like,
yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, it seems,
but it was fun, and I mean, it was well executed. It wasn't like a standout jam, except for the fact that it set up the show. But it was pretty good.
It was pretty fire. I mean, it really I wrote "Unleash the Dogs of War." I mean, and that
you were pumped up.
It got kind of nasty and got kind of good. So I was like, because those aren't really, and we'll talk about the other ones, but those aren't probably my favorites of the Chilling Thrilling, even though I love that set. And that's the ones they play the most, you know. It's just the sample.
What, like Martian Monster and Your Pet Cat?
Yeah, I mean, I like Martian Monster, and I think, I don't know, it's the animal samples that sometimes do me in. But then Ocelot came out, which was actually a very funky, cool Ocelot, I thought.
Yeah, I agree. I really, really like Ocelot. I always enjoy it in the set. It's refreshing, kind of. I don't know.
Yeah, you've always been kind of pro Ocelot, which is always interesting. It's a song that to me like gets panned quite a bit, and people seem to not like it, which I think is silly. I always enjoy it. It's always got a cool groove. I thought it had a little Duran Duran tease in it. I threw that up there, but it didn't, because I'm the only person that would think that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. After you sent me those clips, it was like, well, maybe.
I feel like I just, for the groove of it is where it's the refreshing, right? Because like when you're raging and it's like a driving, and then you get into that like clip to like swing, that chill, you know what I mean? Like it's can be well placed in a set, and I liked it coming out of the Dogs there. So
my wife actually did do this, by the way. I watched last night's episode back, and people started talking about, you know, a dog set or something, and my wife said in last night's chat, which obviously was before the show started, animals.
Yeah.
And that fucking pretty much happened. Anyways, stay off my show.
It runs in the family. So hold on, right? Who's actually doing? Is she behind your account? Is this like a burner for her? You know, is she real Wody? Is that the? Is
She's
that
a real person. I mean,
well, of course, she's a real person. She's made incredible appearances on the show. But yes, as far as like, I'm wondering if she's the one making all the calls, you know, in the background, and you're just like,
oh yeah, that's definitely what's happening.
That's what I thought. That's what
I thought
the fucking Skydom guy knows nothing at all.
Fucking Skydom.
I thought the turtles in the cloud was fucking great. I actually said this turtle fucks, right? Like that's how I described it, because I like that.
It's good.
You know,
very slowly, as turtles do. I don't know. I've never.
I think the choreography.
That's true.
The choreography's fun. Did he have? I took my eyes off this a little bit. I kept seeing people say he took his guitar off, or he did it like the dance guitarless. Now I took my eyes off the stream for a second, so I don't know. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, I think that's always a fun song. And I think what they've also done, like kind of on the slide, because of all the themes that have happened. Although they really, hopefully, there's a couple thrown in here, but they've kind of made some nods to past Halloweens, you know, in this run a little bit, and that obviously Casbah Box would be one of them, you know, so that's a perfect little nod. You know?
Yeah, I mean, just in the first 3 songs, they had a Thrilling Chilling and a Cosmic Box.
Exactly. So there you go. And this Antelope is super blazer.
Yeah, for sure.
Great place.
I will say Turtle in the Clouds is pretty much when it was guaranteed to be animals at that point. You know what I mean? Like for me, when that happened, it was like, okay, that's what's happening. You know, after the first 2, you start thinking, but it was like a guarantee after Turtles anyway. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's accurate. I think that's when you're confirmed, because I thought they trolled us a little bit, you know, with night 2, like maybe you're still going with this name thing and the alternate song. So you got to kind of wait them out on these themes, because you never know. You can kind of talk yourself into one that ain't really a theme, you know. So
yeah, for sure.
Oh, he put his guitar down to dance. Okay, I thought so. I'd heard that out there. Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember whether he did or not, but confirmed.
And this Antelope is like a really cool placement too, right? I think like in the 4-hole is like a really interesting placement. Like they could have put it anywhere, right? Like there's a lot more places where they typically put it that would have made sense.
And they played a lot of songs in this set, so the 4-hole was like an early 4-hole too, right? When you look at the big picture.
Exactly. Great point. Yeah, because it's like a 13th.
Yo,
holy shit! Look at these guys.
What's up, guys?
Dude, I love the fucking costume.
What's happening?
My god. I want you up here. All right, I can't figure out how to control this thing. What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? Just waiting in line. It's actually moving a lot better tonight.
Good.
Yeah, how's the energy out there tonight?
I'm okay.
It's good. It's good. A lot of costumes, which is fun. And it seems like, you know, after last night's debacle with getting in, they've kind of got their shit together tonight, so it's going a lot smoother.
Smart to bring them.
So
I heard there were a lot of meltdowns on the rail line today, the early entry line. I don't know shit about it. I mean, that's not really my thing, but
Background noise?
I was wondering if that carried through to like the people, or if that was just for them.
I think it was mostly for them, because right now this is the best I've seen it. Like it's so peaceful and everyone's just kind of chilling, and it's slow, but it's moving so much better.
That's because people are afraid of you, man. They think you're vision, so they're getting the fuck out of your way.
We have gotten a few compliments. It's fun. We just saw Alligator Loki again and Sylvie Loki. So they're in line. And there's a lot of good costumes. It's fun. So
awesome.
But yeah, it's the energy's good. The casino. Hey, say hi.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, dude.
What's up,
Zook?
buddy?
What?
Yeah,
Zooky's
Terrible
there.
promo.
yeah, we've been hanging out with him in the bar and Ben's and the Mandalorian. What's her name? Whatever her name is.
I don't know.
Just hanging out
Yeah,
with
So
us.
what did you make of the show last night? You
Oh,
you
man.
made it in. You decided to do that instead of Gaga. I think you made the right decision.
Yeah, that was the show I was afraid they would play if I went to Gaga. So I'm glad I actually went to the show last night because, man, I don't even know. Like technically maybe some of the second set was a little off here and there, but to get, like I said, to get a harpooner, to get lizards, to get possum, to get big black furry creature from Mars, to get Piper all in the same show, like that was like a 1.0 show again. Like it was just
Right.
hit after hit after hit, and even though it was themed animals, like they have so many fucking animal songs that you just like go. The only
And
thing I
it's
missed was
special.
Steve,
The
but
other songs are special too. I mean,
yeah,
you get all
Oh,
those,
yeah.
plus you get like a dog stole things, and
Yep. Yeah, and I mean the only thing that was missing was Fee, but we got that in LA, so I didn't really miss it. Like it was fine not getting it. And then that like possum encore came out of nowhere, totally unexpected. Didn't think we were getting that. So yeah, it was fun. The energy and the energy in there. That I Am the Walrus was the roof was like. I mean that was insane. People just were so into it. It was great, and that was, there's those. We always say attendance bias, but that was one of those shows where the energy level in there was like a lot of fun. Once
Was
everybody
that-
realized it
Oh,
was
yeah.
the animals.
Was it good energy around you? Because that was the other reports I was seeing out of last night, that a lot of people were having a hard time.
We had a good time. Our aisle was good. It got a little crowded at the end. So funny story, Wombat Matt sits 2 rows in front of me. And I was like, hey, what are you doing up here? And he's like, dude, they wouldn't scan my ticket. He's like, I had like a handicap ticket or whatever, and they wouldn't let me in with it. Because they were like, you're not handicapped or whatever. So luckily, this girl that he was with, they didn't scan her ticket, but she was already in. So she just gave him her ticket and got in. So he ended up in the seats 2 rows in front of us. And he had a lot of dancing room. The row in front of us, there was a little bit of room. And then our row, there was room until about halfway through the second set, it got like more people showed up in our row and it just got really crowded. But it was better than the floor. The floor looked like just a madhouse. Like it was so oversold. And like I was talking to what's his name earlier in the bar, he was saying like the floor was basically just like dancing like kind of just next to each other. And
I imagine it's going to be worse tonight too, and everybody's going to be in costumes
exactly.
and shit.
And people are in costumes, so even like my cape and like costumes take up more space too. So it's just kind of like it's going to be So it is what it is, but it'll be fun.
Well, since they banned tarps, is anybody dressed as a tarp?
Yes, and I'm going to send you a picture of it because my buddy just ran into the guy in the bathroom, and it is an amazing costume. Like
dressed as a tarp.
Yes, he's a tarp.
That's awesome.
And then we just passed him in line, and he's fully laying down as a tarp in line. It is fantastic.
Did you guys see the Sci-Fi Soldier comic?
We did. I don't know what to think of it.
What is that, the poster, or is that instead of the Phish bill?
I don't know. I'd be bummed if that's instead of the Phish bill, although the comic is pretty sweet. But I always like the Phish
So
bill.
I just saw this. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet.
That's what's been going around.
Out.
I don't know. And I'm surprised nobody's posted anything that's gotten in there yet. You don't know for sure, do you?
I don't know.
Well, what Tim was saying was, didn't you read something where they haven't handed out the Phish bill yet?
Yeah, Scott was saying that when he got in, they hadn't handed him out yet.
Interesting. They're probably doing the same thing with like the poster, because apparently the poster shit show.
Apparently the chat's way ahead of us because they're not running a international TV show, so it's easier for them to hunt this shit down.
Good. Get on.
That's great.
Keep us informed, chat.
Right, they're good for it.
Llama, are you on producing abilities tonight?
Yeah, I can produce some abilities.
Cool. Dig into that a little bit. Find out what's going on with that.
All right.
The comic is online.
So
Cool.
has everybody been like, so tell me like what it's like in that pre-show, like the whole day of like running into Phish people, hanging out with Phish people, and like and having that conversation. Is everybody talking about what it's going to be, or are people just like, hey, we're going to see it anyway?
Yeah, it's been more about rehashing last night and talking about sort of last night's show than really like kind of, prognosticating like this show. Like you're just kind of like, yeah, we'll see what happens when we get in there. But last night, can you believe, and like it kind of goes sort of that way. Yeah, and I mean, we haven't really gotten too involved in it either. We're sort of like, let's see what happens. Like, I don't, I hate like preseason shit. I hate like trying to figure stuff out, because it's never, you always go right and then it goes left, and you're like, oh, it's not even close to what I was thinking. So if you get your hopes up one way, you're sure to be dashed another way. And if you just go in hoping you get a good show, you're going to get a good show. So
It's a great
Always
attitude.
Expectation game for sure, brother. Expectation game, always, man.
always.
So, so I've heard reports that they're literally tanks next to the roulette tables at Caesar's Palace, and they're just the casinos are saying, it's a free for all. Is that correct?
Last night was the first night that I have not been able to find a tank. We found one on the bridge to New York, and the guy was just about kicked with it, and that was it. And apparently they've been kicking people out of the MGM with tanks and just with crackers. So
It couldn't have been coincidence they were at New York, could it?
Right. Exactly. But yeah, I mean, that scene that's the one thing that I'm really shocked about, that there hasn't been any. I guess it's kind of hard because you get emptied out into the casino and then you have to make an effort to get out of the casino to go outside and then find them. And kind of around the MGM, there is a very heavy security and cop presence, kind of anticipating Phish people, So it's definitely, in fact, Kevin and I were just standing here. We just watched some guy get busted by an undercover and slap the handcuffs on and get him taken away while his Wook friend was trying to talk the cops out of it, and they were having none of it. So I don't know what just happened, but shitty way to spend your Halloween, man, going to the fucking Vegas popo.
Yeah, that must be
Oh,
terrible.
they are handing it out. Look, it is the comic. I can see it. Here, look.
They're handing out the comics.
The fuck, this is gonna be so cool. Llama, what can you tell us about the comics?
The comic is posted on Live Fish. Like,
You can read the comic.
Yeah,
Well, that's cool.
I've been reading it right now.
Well, why don't you share? We could have read it together.
All right.
Yeah, pull it up. Holy shit.
Is that worth
That's awesome.
doing? I feel like that'd be cool. I kind of want to see it.
Yeah.
They're good. Say hi, Kev.
Are they working it?
We miss you, Kev. It feels so
Well,
weird
Kev.
without you
Kev
here.
was-
Dude, you're always here.
Kev wants to
He said it
know
feels
if it's
so weird
falling
because you're
apart
here.
while he's not
Right,
here.
Yeah, it is weird. You know the other side.
Yeah. It's not falling apart. Don't worry. Everything's going smooth.
Not falling apart yet.
It's still
Yeah.
early. It's still early.
We're not even 20 minutes in yet.
So you can kind of see the way the line goes.
I guess
way
we should
back
do
there.
a spoiler warning if we're gonna read this.
All right, guys, I got to get my vax out. I'll try and call back in when we get inside. It looks like we're going to be in shortly, so we should be able to
All right.
get in, and I'll come back with a comic and show you guys. So
Cool.
awesome. Good seeing you
Brother,
guys.
brother,
Talk to you in
have
a few.
fun. See you soon.
Later.
Thanks, guys.
Hell
Later.
yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, that's a lot to
So,
process.
If that has anything to do with anything, are we talking another original album then?
I'm telling you, that's been my call.
There's lots of references to Kazvat Vox.
I'm
So it's
telling you.
Cospod too.
I told you, did I not put that in our thread, Scott? That my prediction is the joke prediction. So Instagram. So here's another thing, guys, and we're gonna get pretty quickly into Halloween talk. We want to, of course, talk some about last night too. I don't want to jump too far ahead, but in the
So I think we should jump around tonight because I feel like we're gonna get off of it. So anywhere you want to go, everybody's seen last night's show, and if you haven't, you're watching the wrong channel, which is Wook Plus. Like and subscribe. So I think you could jump around as much as you want.
Okay. So there's plenty of references to me in the Harpua to this, okay? And like, so when I got in and in the Harpua, Trey goes, go to this Instagram account, okay? Poster Jimmy Poster Nutbag's dad, okay? Or Poster Nutbag's dad, Instagram. And he keeps saying it. So it's like one of those things where you're going, okay, he wants us to really go there. When you go to this Instagram account, right, it says, something about, I'll be right back. I know what the Halloween costume is for Phish, but my dad's at the door. So that was part of the Harpua narration.
Right.
So immediately on Instagram, you know how fast the internet is. On Instagram, there's like 10 troll Instagram accounts that are Jimmy Poster Nutbag's dad. Well, one of them posted a thing that said Cosbot Box 2. That's what's going to be, or Wingsuit 2. Wingsuit 2.
Wingsuit 2, I saw.
Right. That's what's going to be the thing. And I immediately went into our thread with our guitar group and I said, this is my prediction too. It's going to be Cosbot Box 2 or Wingsuit 2. It's going to be original music. you know, and then I don't know if this is telling us more about that.
Well, we don't know that it's 100% going to be that. It could be a
No.
collection of covers, right? Like, I don't know if I should admit this on international TV, but I watched Moulin Rouge the other night with my wife because it's one of her favorite movies. And I was thinking how cool it'd be to like tell a story with all the different, because they put the Beatles and, you know, like all these different artists into this musical. So they could really, it could be like, you know, a bunch of different rock covers to tell a comic book on stage, which would be dope. I don't know.
Wow. Yeah. And I mean, so let's like flip through here. Yeah. So, I mean, I think this does lend, and what we never want to do is say we know just because of something they tell us, right? Because I think that was,
I think people know we don't know shit. Like, I don't think we have to give the, I guess we can. If you think we know, we don't know. We're just speculating and fanning out. I mean, one of us might know, but we're not going to say which one. So you're going to have to guess when you listen to us which one of us actually knows.
But with Casbah Box, that was the fun of it, right? Because they put out the fish bill, right? And then the next funny part of it was like, is this real or not? So we spent like
keep scrolling, Llama.
People at home spent, you know, the first, 3 or 4 songs looking up Casbah Box, looking up if they were real.
Stop there.
When the Fish bill came out, everybody was like, is this a real band or not? And Fish went to the point of like making a fake account.
There it is. Clueless Wallab, the character.
Yeah. I suggest, fam, that you read this for people who are watching on their phones and their screen isn't big enough to read these words.
Okay, so a moss piglet is subsumed with dark energy. It expands and threatens the galaxy by bending time itself. Only our sci-fi soldiers can stop it.
This is so dope.
Clueless Wallab, bathe in the light of my third eye. Pat Malone, now is the time on Sci-Fi Soldier when we dance. Polly Roots, it's getting harder to keep time steady. And Half Nelson, you should see my shoes.
That's Mike, right?
Wow.
Yeah. Let's stop for a moment. And who's the green one? That's Paige, yeah.
Yes.
Pat Malone. That's
Trey.
Polly Roots.
Process of elimination, because that's obviously Fish, and shoes is definitely Mike.
Right.
Now, if you go back up, one of the blue or green ones has like.
Wait, are these the colors they wore for Rescue Squad?
The sleeve is piano keys on one of them. That one's definitely, but I can't tell in the smaller picture.
No, Trey was green on Rescue Squad, if you remember.
Up
I think
top, the first one.
Paige was blue.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
the blue one
Paige
has,
is blue.
like the keys.
Paige is blue.
Yeah, this is the Cosmo Box or the Rescue Squad colors.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. There's 9 cubes.
9 cubes, yeah.
Holy shit,
dude! They are feeding the Fish nerds so much fodder. We're gonna be Hey, I think we should record a video after we really dig into this and look for Easter eggs. So we're not completely doing it. I mean, let's go through it still and look at it, but I think that'd be a cool video to have.
Yeah.
Clueless, the time stream is normalizing. Whoa, wham, kaboom.
Not 2.
It worked. That was some good kicking, Nelson.
Oh, this is awesome.
Whatever you do, take care of your shoes. The dark energy is gone, but now there are thousands of tiny moss piglets. They're everywhere.
What the fuck?
Look how they weathered it and aged it too. This like legit looks like an old comic book that's been in my basement for like 20 years or whatever.
Incredible.
What is that word? Tardigrades. I have a feeling they'll help us to proceed a great deal. Let us guide them back to our ship, the Arrow, so that they may return with us to our home world.
I feel like this is a teaser or a preview of Eternals. Like Trey got that special viewing privileges, and he's like, "We're gonna, before it even comes out, we're gonna say fuck you to Disney and give out the storyline."
Look where they go home to. Their home planet, New Miami. Holy shit. Oh man, why is that so funny? It's so good. That's like the perfect name. Okay.
Wow.
Back in their floating aerial neurotechnology orientation statement.
How much fun do you think they had
Hold
making
on.
this shit?
That's Santos. That's close to Santos. Remember they called Santos like the neurology technology orientation station or something? Like Santos stands for something technically.
Yeah.
Right.
That's Phantos.
But this
No,
is Santos, right?
It's just the Antos.
Yeah. The
No.
soldiers examine the moss piglets. Doesn't this look like a Steak and Shake though, or a Winstead's? That looks like a flying Winstead's. Doesn't it?
Wow.
Maybe
I
that's
have no idea what a Winstead's is.
Oh,
I
it's a
don't either.
Midwestern thing. My bad.
Oh, cool. Like localism to the Midwest. That goes well.
I don't know. I thought everyone had Winsteads. Or Steak
Nope.
and Shake kind of is the old school restaurants that look like that, but these tardigrades, what are those? What are tardigrades or tardigrades? I want to say it like Spanish wise, but that can't be right.
It could
Tardigrade?
be.
These tardigrades will enhance our mental projecting powers.
I like tardigrade.
Look, it is Phantos, dudes. It is Phantos. Look, with the help of the energy field from Phantos, we should be able to receive the 9 cubes. Perceive them. Dudes, I'm
What?
telling you. It's Casbot Box 2, bros.
Yeah, well,
Oh yeah, clearly. But it also has a little bit of Rescue Squad vibes and what is that it?
That's right. The prophets speak of the 9 cubes
Now-
in IROC.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, let me. Each cube is a window to a possible reality. At any given moment, time can be frozen and 9 possible realities can be viewed. 9 cubes? 9 cubes.
sing it.
9 cubes!
9 cubes.
There you go.
9 cubes. Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry.
Blew it.
I'm not the one that's supposed to sing on this show. I thought we
I
had
know.
that in my
You're such
contract.
a good singer. You're low key good singer though back there. Don't short
Did you
yourself.
see my voiceover skills? Hakuna Matata.
Exactly. That's better voice than I've ever done.
Oh man.
With great concentration, the soldiers summoned the 9 cubes. The prophets came to our world long ago from a planet called Earth. Let's use the cubes to see. Wait, they just call themselves prophets. Am I seeing that right? Yeah, okay. Let's use the cubes to see the Earth. Oh boy, look at this. Oh boy, they were not prepared for what they would see.
Is
I
that a
wonder if
ruby
they-
wave?
Oh, Ruby wave there.
Is that their name?
That's that interstellar ruby wave there. Hey,
Wow,
the
man.
Earth, the home world of their beloved prophets, was tearing itself apart. Oh boy, were we getting earnest? Holy Blankenstein! There you go. Okay, so Harpua. Last night, Trey revealed that Iculus had a second name. That Iculus also goes by Holy Blankenstein. And I'm afraid you're right, Roots. Holy Blankenstein is the only entity wise enough to interpret what we've seen here. Oh boy. So the sci-fi soldiers, it does have a little bit of Watchmen. We happen to be talking like Watchmen pregame because I'm a Marvel idiot and I thought maybe Trav was doing like a sort of Dr. Manhattan thing. But
No.
not at all. I'm an idiot. But
There's
this
like
kind of-
5 people in like the United States that don't know Marvel, and 3 of them happen to be on this fucking show. So
Yes.
I'm like, I could
Alright.
talk about it, but I feel like, I mean,
No,
you know,
You should educate us. This is fun.
Let's
It's obvious,
focus on the comic in front of us.
right?
All right. I mean, it has a very classic 50s, 60s comic book style, right? Like
Travel to New Chicago.
in the 80s, is when they started playing with the panels and changing it and getting more creative and pulling them out of the panels. But up until then, the comic books were very much like this with very straightforward.
There's
panels.
gonna be a lot of bleep bloop fucking machine sounds tonight.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
whole
God.
thing is hooked up to a machine.
There's gonna be a lot of machine shit happening tonight.
Are you gonna
Hooked up
keep
to
reading?
it.
Should we keep reading
Hold
or
on,
no?
go back,
Wow,
Llama,
man,
a little
this
bit
is
because we have
fucking-
a new place called New Chicago.
Crazy.
The planet that is said to be home. Oh my God. So the great oracle, Holy Blankenstein, lives in New Chicago. Wow. I wonder if he's a White Sox or Cubs fan. All right. So as the ship lands on the surface of the planet,
Dude, look at this
soldiers-
thing's knees are brains.
Oh, we will come to outlive our brains. Walk tube, maybe.
Wow, that's wild.
Why am I so? I feel like I'm at a sporting event. Like I'm just so freaking pumped. I can't imagine what they feel like there because I'm
This
so
is
excited.
fucking cool shit, man.
It's so cool.
As the ship lands on the surface of the planet, the soldiers are greeted by a hungry welcoming committee.
Uh-oh. So these guys are gonna eat the soldiers. You reading, Llama, or you want me to?
You can.
Okay. We seek the one known as Holy Blankenstein. Then why can't we see him? First, you must drink. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, they are here. His belt is talking? Oh, no, that's his mouth. Is that his mouth?
Yeah, dude.
Donut
Look at
cups?
his eyes.
Ooh, that's
Donut cups?
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Look at the donut
Donut
cups. Back to, okay, so Wook really may have nailed it more than he thought by this 13
Or
times.
Precisely what I thought, actually,
Yeah.
if we're being fair.
Yeah, but
Whoa.
13 times 3360 and the concept of donuts because
4680.
he did bring that back in Harpoo as well. So you got pressed, fermented. The mind-expanding liquid is harvested from the creatures themselves. Wow. Of all things. Okay. I do not know about this, Clueless. I can't believe that the character's named Clueless.
This is fucking crazy.
You've drank things that have smelled worse, Roots.
Wow.
So here's a little funny moment. Soon the soldiers see the oracle, Holy Blankenstein, somehow stands before them, both being and not being. Unhead the knee. What in the hell are they talking about?
Taking the brains off the knees.
Also, this is it feels like they are taking a space ayahuasca trip, by the way.
Yeah, it reads a little bit like LST. I think there's some interesting imagery here because your knees are supposed to be tough, right? And not where you'd put your most vulnerable thing. So this is like anti-evolution, right? Like the logic is so twisted where you would have your eye and your brains, which are, extensively your most vulnerable and most important features, be so vulnerable and prone to damage. It's a very cool character development.
I feel like there's going to be all kinds of creatures and shit on stage.
The
question it's gonna get weird.
Yeah, the question will be if there's any kind of production value to it, not just like story or songs. Is it like actual chilling, thrilling style?
I almost think I would prefer it to just be story and song, but I also I'm not there, and I feel like the people there kind of also want like more of a production, right? I don't know.
Like they bring back the 9 cubes and shit, and
and it's
I
Vegas.
bet you they do if we keep reading.
yeah.
Here we go. At this command, Llama wants to know how it ends, although he may have wrote this, by the way. This is very Llama.
This is very Llama-like.
At this command.
Actually, we were going to do this on Live, and they stole our fucking idea.
But shit, get in line, buttholes. Everybody's stealing them. All right, here we go. At this command, the creatures begin to
They just
move.
called fish buttholes.
I did. It was nice. I didn't want to
At this command. All right,
At
good.
this command, the creatures begin to move, shake, flip, and gyrate. Okay, there's your dancers on stage that are dressed like this. So yes, they are going to be dancers. What does it mean? Unhead the knee. What does that mean? Well,
The knees have brains.
here comes the part where he takes a tab. These creatures keep their these creatures keep their brains in their knees. They clear their minds with the movement of dance and handstands in grand fashion. We can learn much from their clear your mind. Clear your mind and eat this tab. That's a lot to unthink about. That's a lot to unthink about. A+ line.
It really is.
We looked into the 9 cubes to the homeworld of the prophets. We have seen a terrible thing. That's what happens when I eat a tab. All right, here we go. Shapes, welcome. Or shapes become unhinged. Your prophets journeyed far into the universe using their third eyes. We saw their world ripped apart. What you saw is called the Howling. It happened many centuries ago. The earth was destroyed by forces of the humans' own making. This is feeling very earnest all of a sudden, by the way.
Wait, is that a turtle in the clouds?
100%. And it's speaking.
Yes.
It's the turtle speaking to us like in a very.
Wait, so is the holiness the turtle?
No, this is probably a reference to Turtles All the Way Down.
No, I know, but
philosophy.
what was the name of the entity that is the other version of Iculus? Like Iculus is also known as
Holy
this-
Blankenstein.
Yeah, have we met Holy Blankenstein? Does it turn out that the turtle in the clouds is Holy Blankenstein?
I think it could easily be, or that he's yes.
Which means Turtles in the Cloud lore is a Norwegian punk band's interpretation of the same, lore and spirituality that Gamehenge wrote about Iculus, right? It's like different names for the same deity.
Oh, Gamehenge too.
What?
It is not
New game.
We should finish this before I go off on these crazy
Wow.
speculations.
It is, man. New Chicago, New Miami, New Gamehenge.
Yes, that's where it's going
Makes
to end. All right. Why would they do that to themselves? It was the thinking that made it so. You must put a blank space where their mind should be.
Yes.
But the howling has already happened. Everything is overlapping. It's a future to the past thing. But how would we get to Earth's past? And what would we do when we got there? You must ride Knucklebone Broth Avenue, clear their minds, cause their lobes to split open and melt.
We need to do a deep dive on this now. I'm going to have to take off of work, I think.
Yeah, the Easter egg. There's a ton of Easter eggs.
There's a ton. I'm already seeing them, but I want to do a little more research on it.
Whoosh, swoom, 10/31/21.
Kind of like Boom Blat from fucking Wilson.
Yes, yeah. Or Sanity blowing up. So Sanity gets played a lot in Halloween.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. And then, well, that was awkward. I still don't know how we're supposed to save the Earth. 10/31/21. That could only mean one thing. A time signature.
Which
Right.
it totally could not, but
Of course not. Likely an inflection point. A moment when the past and the future are precisely divided.
thank you.
There you go. Back on the arrow. So the arrow may so do
Is
they
their
come
spaceship?
out? Right. And do they come out on the arrow though? Is that on stage as well and they come out of it? Okay, back on the arrow. In order to travel back through the time stream, we'll need to perceive the 9 cubes again. We'll have to go all the way back to Phantos?
Those moss piglets are the balloon. Oh, wait, no, this isn't New Year's. I was going to say, like, if this was a New Year's thing, those moss piglets would be balloons they dropped.
Those moss
Jesus
piglets.
Christ.
Those moss piglets are also a lot like the pigs on the Pink Floyd album that float in the air too. Just to throw that out there, as they're still Pink Floyd
Animals, yeah.
and animals.
So they could do the whole Moulin Rouge idea where it's a bunch of different rock songs into an operetta to tell this story, and animals and all the other things they hinted at over the last 2 come in as covers.
Right. Okay. So here we go. So now we've got a Pontos here. Or maybe it's time to test out my pocket or operated neurotechnology orientation station. The Pontos?
What the fuck is happening?
With the Pontos and our new friends, the Moss Piglets, we should be able to see the cubes and open the way to Earth.
Was Tom involved in this?
Who?
Tom?
Tom, probably. Yeah. Okay. They call the time stream Knucklebone Broth Avenue. Doesn't exactly sound like a smooth ride. But let's say we can get to Earth and speak to the humans. How do we put a blank space where their minds should be?
That's the second Steel and
Yeah,
Time reference.
You know how you do it with the Cliff Bar and some cold green tea.
This is
Exactly.
fucking-
Our
And
prophets,
then there was a Julius thing. Like, I don't know. This is
our
weird.
prophets use the music from their album I Rock to travel the galaxy and share their teachings. We could use the Pontos to inhabit their bodies and split the humans' lobes with music. Our prophets were long gone from Earth by 1031-21. But there is a connection. It seems these men know how to play the music of the prophets. Oh boy, here you go. So they're playing some music. Oh boy. Jesus. They don't look like heroes.
They'll have to do.
They'll have to do.
We should totally have just read this before we did all that speculating. They're giving us more of the answer than we thought.
Rescue Squad, here you go. Looks like they've been cloned before, but something went wrong.
Huh.
Unfortunate platform. Wow. Wow.
The fan service is glorious.
Which also wouldn't be a bad What Plus slogan or mantra. An unfortunate platform. What Plus? No. Moments later, the Pontos is unfolded and the tardigrades. What is that? Okay, so tardigrades are in place. Now, I'm going to throw some speculation out here that some of the new songs, there's names in here, right? So the Broth Avenue is a song. Go back up, Llama, real quick. Tardigrades feels like a new song, maybe, right? That pops in here.
The ones that are bold, maybe.
Right, but
there's also doing that with lyric references, though.
Yeah, so but I just feel like some of these repeated words. So get back in here, Roots. Here come the 9 cubes. Aim the arrow at the howling. The soldiers.
The Roots would be dope.
Here's your Knucklebone Broth Avenue again. The soldiers ride Knucklebone Broth Avenue through the very stuff of the universe, donuts touching turtles until they approach a rift.
Wild.
As they touch down on Earth, the arrow leaves an impression in a spray of foam. We're exactly 50 years before the howling begins, and it looks like we've melded mind and body with the Earthmen. Oh my God, look at these guys. Holy shit, Wook. This looks like the Wookiee action. Look at this. We've already, again, Phish. Please stop doing this. You could,
the Wookiee Spice.
Holy shit.
We will do this for way less money than whoever said whoever did this funny.
I told you one of us knew more than the others.
That's awesome.
Holy cow. Okay, so
that's fucking dope.
I hope these people are ready to get more down. Time to save a planet. Now, hold on. Again, did someone get this in the hands of band members? Now, I think they've been knowing it for a while, and I would love to think that, and that's fun speculation, but geez, that'd be funny to think that that was the case.
Here's the track listing.
Oh, there's the tracks. So Knucklebone Broth Avenue is a track. The Howling.
Get More Down. I like the sound of Get More Down.
I Am in Miami.
Thanksgiving.
Why is that making me laugh? Eggs in a hole. Holy shit. Look at that.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Put the whole thing there. I want to see all of them. Yeah.
There it is.
I was only on like 7, man.
Stop moving.
A cool reader.
Stop moving, Llama.
Clear Your Mind. Please tell me that's like a Free Your Mind cover of the En Vogue song.
I Am in Miami.
I Am in Miami. That is
Get More Down is going to be the banger.
All right, that's a fun exercise. What song do you think is going to be the banger? Or the banger?
I'm going with Get More Down.
Tonight and then ultimately.
Interesting.
I think the 9th Cube is going to be tonight's banger, but I think no, I said that opposite. I Am in Miami is going to be tonight's banger, but the 9th Cube is ultimately going to be the best song out of this.
I have to go with what maybe is the funniest title I've heard in a while, and that is Egg in a Hole. I'm going with Egg in a Hole for the banger of the year, maybe. I mean, if you're gonna name a song Egg in a Hole, then you can't mess around with that song. I also think that Inner Reaches of Outer also sounds very interesting as well, and could be the one. I always think that 7 Hole for it's just kind of an interesting spot in this scenario. But I think this confirms that basically what we have is a new album. The interesting thing is the interesting piece. So 4, 6,
Look at the donuts. Look at the donuts in the ring, and it's just like the infinite time loop, right? The storyline going in a circle with donuts.
You really came up with that on your own?
I came up with that on my own. No,
I
it's
know.
the
I was
fucking
talking to you on the show with it.
13 times 360.
That's
it's right
fucking
there.
crazy.
It's simple multiplication. It's not like I did a crazy derivation.
The other question is like, do you see it? But is there a
pretty impressive?
Is there a 4680 reference in any of this though? Really interestingly, like they don't throw any of those numbers into this comic. Now, will that be mentioned? Will the other? So think of all the like redirects that have happened as well.
Is that it? That's the
Do
last
animals
page?
tie in?
Yes.
The numbers tie in.
The little squirrel references, all the hi, hello.
Shit! Now I'm excited.
Like,
I'm still tired, but now I'm excited.
hold on. Did I read this correctly that ultimately these people from the future just came and took over the bodies?
Oh, that was loud. I'm gonna bring him in. Hey,
Hey,
we just read through the
That's quite
comic
weird.
book.
nice.
What'd
Yeah.
you
They
think?
talk about dressing appropriately tonight.
Yeah, man.
Well done.
You're in for a fucking show, man. I think.
Yeah.
Oh man, this section's so bad. Here, I'll say the floor real quick so you guys can just see each other.
Wow. Oh my gosh, look at that guy's costume. He looks like ready to get down.
He's ready to get more down.
Yes, brother. You feel yourself. Oh, look at that guy.
Oh, look at that
You
guy.
got the Viking horn, pink flamingo guy.
Nice.
Oh,
Look, there's a
Oompa
giant
Loompa.
straw up there.
There's an
There's a
Oompa
giant
Loompa.
straw. That's hilarious.
A
I
plus,
think they're just
dude.
little people.
So amazing. Look at this guy. I like this guy. Man, he looks ready to rock. That's my kind of energy. That's the kind of energy it should be at every show, right there, my man.
Nice
Love
spot,
that.
T.
Isn't that just like Skoy on a Tuesday?
Yes, boy, yes, definitely.
Real quick, I don't know if you can see them, but above the stage, there's 4 white circle things that obviously will have something to do with tonight. I don't know if I can show you that. Let me put the camera on. Hang on.
Look plus with the inside look.
That is amazing, dude.
That is amazing.
Love the
That could be
Yeah.
platforms again,
That's what the guy next to us just said. That's exactly what he said.
dude. Because everybody was like joking after Rescue Squad that they weren't going to do any more aerials because they had done the meat stick one in 13, the Mercury in 18 with the fucking up and down, and then 19 with them getting stuck. And maybe they're like, "Fuck you guys! It's the first thing we're gonna do. Not even wait for New Year's."
That's right. So we'll bring it right back right away.
That said, I hope they don't do that.
I know. I don't know. It's not really clear if they come down or if it's gonna just be like, who knows? But yeah, so those are there. That's really all I see. The light rig is way over here. There's another rig here that wasn't there last night. It's hanging up there.
Are there any sign of 9 cubes in the rafters?
There is not. There's not like the other one. Definitely not. So,
Okay, but that new light rig, there could be a lot of things they could do in the crowd on the floor with that. They could do
Yeah,
their
and it's
notorious reverse stage. So all the fine people that waited online to get on the rail are actually in the back of the arena for the
That'd be
costume set.
that'd be amazing. Like,
That would be
seriously.
dope.
Totally. There's like 2 big square things on either side, and I can't tell if it's like a projection or if it's some kind of light source or what. But That's definitely new. There's the regular rig right there that's usually hanging out in the audience the last couple nights. Yeah, so that's what it looks like from the inside.
That was awesome.
Show you and Alex again. There you go. Oh my gosh, look at those amazing. Deanna's here. She wants to see you guys. Oh my gosh, you look so awesome. You guys, hey, if there was we've already seen all the costumes, and you guys win the costume contest. So let's just say that.
We've gotten a
Also,
lot of compliments. It's been very fun. Like, people are definitely, and then one guy finally just said, "You guys really dressed appropriate for tonight." He's like, "Did you figure it out?" I was like, "Yeah, as soon as they played the numbers, so we knew it was comic book." So
hey, Trav, we were talking about the Wookiee X device, dude. Look, think how close
Right?
that shit is, dude, to that one
well,
picture.
and you know, I mean, we know for a fact that Paige is a huge Panels and Frames fan, right? So
He was
he's
one of
obviously
only
been
like
tuning
3
in.
people that watched that show. It was like Danielle,
Yeah.
Father Chris, and Paige McConnell.
Paige,
And so
yeah. I think we
everybody
can
wondered
quote
why
from
we
there,
did a
too.
comic book show on Wook Plus, but it was for Paige and
We're
Danielle
so
and
ahead of
Chris.
things. Well, the bigger thing, Tim, is why we took it off the air for so long, because we didn't want to like give
Well,
anybody
now we're
clues
bringing
about
it
what
back.
this was going to be.
I think we
Right,
need
now
to
we
bring
can
it
bring it
back with
back.
an in-depth breakdown and Easter egg hunt for that comic book. Take a day or
Totally.
two,
I
we'll go
agree.
through and dissect it, and then we'll put together a panel
like
and
it.
frames, and we'll force all these Phish nerds to watch our comic book nerd shit.
Do we think they come on
Glorious!
any earlier because they're doing 3 sets tonight?
Well, that's what we were talking about earlier, but there was no talking about that at all. The ticket says 7:30, just like every other night said 7:30, and every night they've gone out about 8:05, 8:06. So
They played
I don't
late
know.
last night, I thought, like, right?
They did. Last night was like the
Really?
floor, so it went past midnight.
Last
So-
night was it was like 3:05 Eastern time before
Wow.
they were done. It was insane late.
That's crazy. And well, it was a 13-song first set, so like it's bound to sort of push things when you're playing that much, and then a 3-song encore. So
Trey
Nuts.
even threw in that farmhouse at the end, and he literally even said, he's like, oh, we got time for another one. Who cares? It's like,
who
hey,
cares?
we're in Vegas.
What was your highlight of that whole show, T?
Oh man, that is so hard. I really liked I Am the Walrus because of that crowd interaction and just hearing them sing it. It was so fun. But
The end of the
Which
first
song?
set with the sloth, llama, and I Am the Walrus
Yes.
was just a fucking eruption of energy.
it was like getting that sloth was a lot of fun. Yes, that was a good one. Yeah, like I'm a huge possum fan, so getting that possum at the very end was sort of like you always talk about, you want to leave the show on that high, like in that first 2
It's
and like yes, and you get that possum, and you're just like yes, that's it. Piper's a highlight, obviously. I told you guys in the thread after the show, Alex was like, "What's that song where like Mike is talking and then it gets all crazy and then talking?" I was like, "Big Black Furry Creature from Mars." She's like, "Yes, I love that song." So that
Awesome.
was a highlight for her. Yeah, it's tough to
Yo.
narrow it down. I need to go back and listen to everything again. But
We should put out another call, guys, for people to join comic books on panels and frames.
Yes.
Right, T? You're the only one here that's in it with me. You, Kevin, we should get Harley and get that back out there. I feel like it's really well timed.
Yeah, it's perfect. Are you kidding? Definitely. Look at these guys. Hang on.
Oh, so
amazing.
Great. Somebody was dressed up as David Pumpkin in the bar. It was hilarious. I was like, "I'm David Pumpkin." Great. There's some good costumes. I'm impressed. Like, there's some good ones out here. So it's fun.
Did they do like the whole picture thing where you could take a picture and they'll share it and all that stuff? They did
I
that
don't
for a
know.
few-
Yeah, and I was looking for that or any word of that, and I didn't hear anything, and I didn't see it downstairs where it usually was. So I don't know. Maybe it's somewhere, but I did not hear or see anything about that this year. So I'm not sure. Let me just tell you, it was a lot different getting in tonight than last night. Like, it was very well orchestrated and very controlled and very like easy. Of course, once you got in, the poster line and shit is a madhouse and a shit show. There's a new poster tonight. I don't know if you guys saw it. It's the cover of the comic book. They don't have the other 3 for sale tonight. It's just that one, and it's $70. So they're really working that. Like, the forum had 2 posters. One was 80 and one was 60. They're really like testing out that. How can we get these posters to 100?
It's like
I
the
think the answer
platinum
is
ticket.
it is, and I think the answer is make like 5,000 posters. Like stop with these like 1,200 limited runs or whatever, and make more damn posters for everybody, and jack up the price. People will pay it, and it's a
I
win-win. You make
fucking
more
would
money on
buy.
it.
If I could go at set break and not have to worry about it being sold out, I would buy a poster at every show. I'm
Yes,
not like
exactly.
rich, but it's worth the 2.5 beers I don't drink. Because that's how much, right? It's usually like $50. That's like 2.5, 3 beers. So
And
I
if they could
agree.
just-
They would make way more money.
Yeah, and it would be so much easier than having to get in early and deal with that. And then even if you do get in early, you don't necessarily get one. And then like the line is
And it
just-
stops turning us against each other, man.
Yes, exactly.
This fucking community has gotten so fucking full of shit with the gatekeeping and the boundaries and us versus them. It's like we're all Phish fans. Let's just I don't know.
Well, you know,
I
and
was
that's
getting
something
frustrated. There's a lot of negativity online today, and it was frustrating me because I was like, it's a bunch of hypocrites. Love and light. We're here to celebrate this music and this band, and everybody's fucking, oh fuck
and it's
these
a great.
assholes.
I mean, this run has been incredible. I mean, these shows have been amazing. The playing is fantastic. The set lists are out of control, like with these song selections. And to be bitching about anything or be hating on each other or like causing fights and lines for posters is ridiculous. Like, and this is something like I'm looking forward to talking to our Eve 6 guy about though, is like fan bases and music and that sort of thing, and sort of like, you know, understanding like just what this cult is, and then like what other fan bases are like, you know, and stuff. And it's amazing. So I'm looking forward to like kind of dissecting this a little bit more with him and like getting a musician's point of view and sort of like how that works from their standpoint and stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. I think that'll be really interesting. And you know, after this run, it's really relevant. Like it's really, I don't know, it's weird. And you know, the band doesn't like to address those kind of things, and they don't like to be a part of that. But at the same time, at what point do you kind of have to step in and just sort of say something or do something about it? You know, it's like the Dead at the end of it, you know, like when the balcony collapsed in Alpine or whatever, and like, you know, you had to start like reeling in the fans and be like, hey, stop being assholes. Like, we're all here together in this, like, get it together. So I kind of feel like that's where we're at right now with Phish. It's like, it's also coming out of the pandemic. I understand, like, we're all starving for music and we're all dying to see them and play, but, you know, respect each other. Like, there's a way to do this. And just buy one poster, man. You don't need to try and make a living off of having 5 posters on eBay for sale. Like, it's not fair. It's not cool. Just buy one, man. Like, that's all you need. Anyway, end rant.
Yo, I think we just got our first T-Strong opinion.
Yeah,
It
I
was
think
my
so.
vision.
I love it.
Just
I love
as
Double
vision.
Down Tea. Double Down Tea means business, baby. That's right. I love this.
Always double down on 11.
That's what I say. That's right. Absolutely, brother. Well, man, geez, have a freaking blast. Now, take care of Kev. It feels like you've already lost Kev, maybe.
Well, I think they got different spots.
Oh.
The ticket he got, but he's with his buddy.
Yeah, he's with one of my best friends, and I actually miracled them for their tickets, so they're in my old seats up there.
You're so generous, T.
I'm love and light, brother. Love and light. But
Magnanimous.
they've already hit it off. Like, for the minute Kev got here, he met up with my buddy, and they are like 2 peas in a pod, just like I knew they would be.
Kev's easy to get along with as long as you're not in the rail. Like,
Right, exactly. And we ran into a couple fans in line, grabbed him, like, oh, Hogan Slogan. So it's really cool to see. Like, he went in with people recognizing he loved it. So it's fun. It's good. So,
Good.
yeah, anyway, I'll let you guys get back to the show, and I'll let you keep talking.
Yeah.
You're killing it, though. Oh, my God, you're killing it.
I love that.
Maybe another deal, other thing.
I love that you gave your rant dressed up as Vision.
I know. I've got the yellow gloves too, but like I can't use my phone with the gloves on, so I have to keep my hands free right now. But yeah, it's a great costume. It's
Alex.
Dude, that looks like
a mascot racer, I think. Okay.
Yes.
But
Man,
I mean, you can already tell, like the floor, it's just, I mean.
it's
Did you
insane.
see anybody
Those
dressed
people-
up as the Eve 6 guy?
Did you see the Eve 6
That
guy?
was amazing. It might have just been him. Not even dressed up.
Do you think he's watching this tonight?
Probably. He's like, what am I getting myself into? No, but he seems awesome. Like, you know,
Oh yeah.
Seems like a cool guy, so hopefully we'll be able to have a good conversation with him. So,
I think we'll have a good conversation. I'm preparing, man. We're gonna have an earnest interview.
Richard
All right.
Vision over there.
All
I think
right.
I see another Scarlet Witch and Vision over there. See if I can see you guys. See them over there?
Imposters.
Imposters.
No, we
They're not
can't see
real.
shit.
Oh,
Go
sorry.
fight them, dude. You have to go fight them. That's a rule. If you
Yeah.
have the same Halloween costume, you have to like at least dance off. You have to have a dance off. At least.
There could be only one.
Exactly.
Okay.
No
Nice.
fighting. Hugs.
Enjoy
hugs
the
and love,
show.
No fighting. Oh, they are. Thanks, guys. We're all enjoying the show. You guys enjoying it
All right.
home.
Enjoy.
Have fun. Happy Halloween to everybody. Be safe.
Yeah, happy
Love
Halloween.
you guys.
Right,
Love you
team.
guys.
See you guys.
Later, man.
Wow, that's fucking fun. I can't wait to watch this shit. I guess,
Wild.
do we want to do around the horn if anybody wants one last thing to say about last night's show? Because we kind of were all over the place. We're going to end, but we're good.
No, it's up to you. I mean, we can, but no, I think it's time to end because it's
I
hard
just
to
have
kinda-
one question.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
To go back to this comic book. So are they saying that during set break there are gonna be those like the people from that traveled from the future, like inhabited the bodies of the band members? Is what they're
Correct.
saying?
I believe so. Yes. So will they be
I
dressed-
didn't realize there was going to be a pop quiz, Llama.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
No,
don't
that's-
know.
That's what happened. And so I think, they'll be dressed. I think this is full costume. I think you'll see dancers that look like those weird, crotch mouth people with the knee brains. I think that's going to be a thing. I think it's a full production. I do.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
I
a full
agree.
album, I think.
In a full album, right. It'll be very
Right.
Casbot Box. But Casbot Box was kind of clean. Like it had a production, but it didn't have anybody but then. It was just the white stage, white instruments, like it had that very
You think this will be more Broadway Trey? This will be more like
Right.
MSG.
clones. This feels
Yeah.
this will
Is
feel
this
more
like
clone-ish.
what they were planning last year though, and they didn't get to do it, right? Because they had a whole tour planned, and it got. And I mean, how far ahead do they do this? Like this, if it's a big production,
Yeah.
that's just fucking. I mean, and then think to have an extra year to perfect it. If they did have it ready for last year, like we could really be in for something tonight, boys.
Yeah, it's true. I have no idea how long they've been planning this, but there's a lot of time to build up the potential, right? Even it might be an amalgamation of a bunch of different ideas they tossed around for that whole quarantine period.
Where they extended the album and added a couple more tracks or whatever the fuck. Like, 'cause
I
they hadn't
wonder
looked- This is so cool.
what was the catalyst for it. I love those stories.
I'm excited.
I love that story about how like Curveball, as shitty as it was a catalyst for a Cosmo Vox and a lot of other things. Like I feel like there's a lot of things we're gonna see in the coming year that is gonna be born out of the pandemic. But no, I'm fucking pumped for this. It's gonna be dope.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
I made a little Halloween thank you ad, like a happy Halloween thing. So I want people to see it. So I'm gonna play it, and then we're gonna go. Sound good?
All right.
Halloween. Thanks for watching, guys.